Good morning, everybody. We are on the way to the boat right now. Just launched out of Bridge Bay, and I'm not gonna lie, this place is kind of a disaster to launch out of. Single lane, everybody's backed up, and it's kind of a mess. The parking kind of sucks, but it's the most like central location to launch at, but it is kind of a mess. Well, we made it onto the water. Time to go fishing. Final day of practice out here for the WON Bass Shasta Open, I think it's called. I don't know. I still haven't figured out the name of this tournament, but it's at Lake Shasta. Third day of practice out of 3. Looking forward to getting out here. Still need to find some better quality fish. Don't know how to do that right now, so we're just going fishing, just trying to see if we can't figure something out. Still got to get my GoPros all hooked up, but I just don't like to do that right next to the dock, so I like to get away so we're not blocking anybody. So here in a second, we'll blast off and go to the first area. There we go. Float and fly, guys. That's not something I fish at home. I think I caught a trout though. Float and fly trout. Oh no, it's a spotty. It's a spotty. Real light line on this guy. Real light line on this guy. Can't tell if he's has any size or not. I don't know. I think he's about the same as we've been catching. Maybe not. He's a little longer, it looks like. Number 1 on the day. Didn't take long. Well guys, first ever float and fly fish. Pretty cool way to fish. It's not something I do at home, that's for sure. I think the key is to be around some of these like bluff walls. We're gonna do this a little bit more. We're gonna go to some other areas and do this in a little bit deeper water. But there's some serious brush where I'm at right now. And maybe that fly sitting right over the top of that brush could be key. But if we get any good sized fish, I don't know how I'm gonna get them in because they're supposed to be using light line with this technique. And I have a feeling they're gonna get into that brush, but I guess you gotta hook them before you can worry about that too much. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Literally snag that guy in the side on the bottom. It's so weird. Well, I'd have to say I don't think that fish wanted the A-rig right there. I think it found the A-rig. I don't know how that happened like that, but whatever. Nevertheless, a few fish back here. The backs of these creeks have fish in them. They're not all the way in the back of the creek, but they have fish, you know, partially far back. Still can't seem to find above average fish, but I feel like I can come up here and catch some fish pretty quick. First area produced a few bites. It was kind of cool catching those floating fly fish, I'm not gonna lie. It's not something I do at home, so it's kind of nice to mix things up a little bit. Caught one on the shindig. I don't know if I put that on camera or not. I was a little guy, but yeah, I caught some fish. Snagged that one with the Alabama rig, which was kind of a trip. But I'm gonna have to bounce around. I'm gonna idle out of this area. I have 5 mile an hour zone up here, so got idle out of here. And then I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna start driving around, look for stuff. Might go across the lake to just look at something completely different. But if something strikes me in this arm, I will fish it. But I don't want to spend too much time up here. Well, we got one on the A-rig real quick. Take that guy on game day, a little 2.5-er. Well, guys, that dude knocked slack into my A-rig. Just all of a sudden felt nothing, and he had it. That was a good one. Take 5 of those a day, we'd have ourselves a decent tournament. Well, that's a wrap for practice, guys. The day's not over yet. We still got plenty of rigging to do. We still got the tournament meeting. But today was absolutely tough, man. It was brutal out here today. I don't know what the deal was. It was just tough. I couldn't get bit. It was weird. A lot of short bites. I'm not sure if it's like just a funky weather day, because we have a front that's gonna come through, and I don't know if it's just the pressure's still high right now, and then once it drops, they're gonna start chewing. Because usually these fish chew when you get that nasty weather. Tomorrow, big time change in weather for the tournament. It's been sunny and calm for the most part this entire practice, and then tomorrow it's gonna be rainy and windy, and we're looking at maybe getting an inch of rain, which is a lot when you're out on the water, you know, fishing. So rain gear is a must tomorrow.